Doctor Who The Ark, the 23rd story of the first Doctor, is written by Paul Erickson and Leslie Scott, and starring William Hartnell, Peter Purves and Jackie Lane. Leslie Scott apparently hasn't done any actual work on the scripts, so her husband at the time, Paul Erickson, asked that she be given a credit. Her name appears on no other related documents, and Leslie Scott was credited as a contribution to the Doctor Who annuals published by World Distributors / World International, but we're unsure that it's the same person. The actors playing Monoids were holding a ping pong ball in his mouth to represent the alien's single eye, and a wig to hide the actor's face, which works really well. So in episode 1, The Steel Sky, we have a great opening with the birds and Monoid wandering around in the woods. The TARDIS appears and Dodo runs out and she sneezes, so Steven Taylor went out and advised her not to go out of the TARDIS without being told because oxygen and radiation. He's been caring shows his concerns. When he's thinking that they're possibly are on another planet, Dodo points out that the animals are from Earth, like lizard, elephant and chameleon. So the Doctor walks out the TARDIS, they took a look around. Meanwhile at court with humans and Monoids, a guy was on sentence because he put others at risk. So he goes into the machine and shrinks down like there's nothing left. Pretty good effects, but brutal punishment though. The Doctor and his companions notice that the sky is just a roof, so they're on the Generation starship called the Ark. After noticing that Monoids are at the TARDIS, the Doctor, Steven and Dodo arrived at the courtroom with the Guardians and Monoids, and the Commander welcomes them with curiosity, getting to know each other, until Commander seems to be dying because of Dodo's cold. So they think the Doctor and his companions brought it in deliberately, so they get taken to the cell, as the Guardians are like, "We're dying and it's pointless leaving, oh dear." So part 2, The Plague. I love the 1960s Dalek theme music playing in the scene with the planet at the window, gives me the goosebumps. One of the Monoids died because of the virus and it got sent out in space as a funeral. I mean, there's more people becoming too ill. As the Doctor, Dodo and Steven overheard, Melian went on the computer screen to let the Doctor know that she believes them. So Steven, while he's unwell, goes into the cage into the court and tells them about the TARDIS and bringing the cold was an accident, but they didn't believe them and orders execution. However, they allow the Doctor to create a cure and use Steven as a guinea pig to test it out. So he did, and the Doctor cured the Commander and everyone's alright again. They apologise. The Doctor and his companions are excited to see what the statue will look like after it's finished. So Monoid drove the Doctor and Dodo, Steven back to the TARDIS, and they went in and disappeared, but landed in the same place but different time, as they saw a statue that's finished, but it was a statue of Monoid instead of humans. Uh-oh. Which leads to cliffhanger. Again, William Hartnell did so well playing the original Doctor, where he started off as the careless, grumpy and horrible old man to be more caring and heroic. Jackie Lane as Dodo Chaplet is likeable and inspiration of Susan Foreman. I do like her chemistry with the Doctor, and sadly I don't know much about her, as I love to see her first appearance in the massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve. But I'm gonna wait until it gets either found or animated. Plus, I love all the companions. And Jackie Lane, rest in peace. You'll never be forgotten. I love Peter Purves as Steven Taylor. He's great and likeable. He has a good chemistry with the Doctor and the companions, so far I've seen. And he was a prisoner of the Mechanoids and then joined the TARDIS team, and suffered few losses. The music by Tristram Cary is great as well. The Monoids are the one-eyed species that travelled with humans on the Ark. They're friends with humans, and the way to communicate them is using sign language. Until centuries later they treated humans as slaves, and they talk. If they brought the Monoids back, I'd love to see how the updated version would be like, and I think the casts did a great job. So in episode 3, The Return, as we know the statue wasn't meant to be a Monoid, and something wasn't right. As the control area is empty and there was Guardians working in the kitchen, and one of them got killed by a Monoid, which is horrible. So Monoids came with the Guardians confronting the Doctor, Steven and Dodo, and he explains that he has been there centuries ago and gets taken to the kitchen. So after Steven and a Guardian try to wrestle a Monoid and take a gun off it, the other one came and killed a Guardian.
Back!
So Monoid takes the Doctor, Dodo and Yendom into the launcher, and the effects of the space planets and spaceship with the music and the sound over it is well done. So they get taken to a planet, Refuses 2, planet of the Refusians, where we see an invisible man. So inside the castle, Monoid was about to smash a vase, but he gets ordered by Refusian to stop destroying the place, which is spooky. We learn back on the Ark, as soon as they get Refuses, he plans on blowing up the ship with the fission bomb placed inside the Monoid statue. A launcher gets blown up, leaving the Doctor and Dodo stranded. Episode 4, The Bomb. The Doctor explains to Dodo the reason why Refuses has blown up the launcher, because they're a peaceful race and they didn't want any war, which is understandable. Meanwhile, back at the Ark, as Monoids plan to abandon humans, Steven comes up with an escape plan without Maharis knowing it. As Steven and the Guardians got to the control room, they managed to talk to the Doctor and have no idea where the bomb is, so he asks everyone in the Ark to search it. Not long before the Doctor and Dodo gets taken away by Monoid, and Maharis gets told he's no longer belong with the Guardians. Refuses helps the Guardians for the bomb's whereabouts and dispose of it in space. So now the humans landed on Refuses and lived peacefully with what's left of Monoids. So the Doctor, Dodo and Steven gets taken back to the TARDIS as the humans wonder if they'll see them again. So the TARDIS disappears off and we get a mind-blowing scene where the Doctor turns invisible, and he mentions that it's some form of attack, leading to the Celestial Toymaker story. So yeah, that's the Ark, and it has great ideas, the effects on space is nicely done, and the cast did a great job. What did you guys think of this story? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.